From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the Hourly News Blast. LGBTQ Nation is reporting the Christian nationalist legal advocacy group Alliance Defending Freedom is celebrating an $800,000 settlement that the city of Louisville, Kentucky paid to Christian photographer Chelsey Nelson to settle her legal challenge against the city's LGBTQ plus anti-discrimination ordinance. Even though she was never personally asked to provide services to LGBTQ plus customers. Nelson preemptively filed a lawsuit in 2019 challenging Louisville's Fairness Ordinance, which requires all businesses to treat customers equally, regardless of sexual orientation or gender identity. She said that being required to photograph a same-sex marriage would violate her sincerely held religious beliefs and her First Amendment rights. She was represented by ADF, the Southern Poverty Law Center's designated hate group that has served as legal counsel in numerous anti-LGBTQ plus cases, including U.S. Supreme Court cases that have overturned queer rights. And ADF also lobbies for laws that continue to erode queer civil rights. Bastards. The city asked the court to throw out her case because the law hadn't actually affected her. But in 2020, the current president and his Department of Justice filed a statement of interest supporting Nelson. Then last September, U.S. District Judge Benjamin Beaton issued an injunction against the ordinance in Nelson's case. Beaton was appointed by the current president and is a member of the Federalist Society, a conservative legal group that has helped pack the U.S. courts with anti-LGBTQ judges who will serve for decades to come. Last October, a federal court ruled that the ordinance contained two provisions that violated Nelson's First Amendment rights, one prohibiting her from denying services to people based on their LGBTQ plus identity, and another prohibiting her from publishing any statement explaining her refusal to provide services. The court's ruling was based on the U.S. Supreme Court's landmark 303 Creative v. Ordinance ruling, which found that some businesses have a free speech right to violate anti-discrimination laws if such laws would compel them to engage in speech they disagree with. Similar to Nelson's case, the Supreme Court case involved a Christian web designer who hadn't actually been approached by a same-sex couple to make them a wedding website or anything else for that matter, nor had Colorado investigated or punished her under its anti-discrimination law. The web designer was also represented by ADF lawyers. Following the announcement of Louisville's settlement to Nelson, ADF senior counsel Brian Nehart said the government cannot force Americans to say things they don't believe. For almost 6 years, Louisville officials tried to do just that by threatening to force Chelsey to promote views about marriage that violated her religious beliefs. Louisville's threats contradicted bedrock First Amendment principles, which leave decisions about what to say with the people, not the government. This settlement should teach Louisville that violating the U.S. Constitution can be expensive. Despite her court victory, Matt Mudd, a press secretary for Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg, told the Louisville Courier-Journal, "We are committed to fully enforcing Louisville's anti-discrimination ordinances, including the Fairness Ordinance, which bans discrimination against LGBTQ people." And that's the News Blast for this hour. PEP Radio is available on the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, and Alexa. We share other news stories throughout the day on the PEP Radio YouTube channel. Subscribe to our channel to keep informed. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast right here on PEP Radio.